One of the additional problems that we want to deal with is looking at the yield situation when we have a call provision, what would be referred to as yield to call, the YTC. Here, let's take a look again at ABC Corporation with bonds outstandings that have 20 years remaining to maturity, $1,000 par value, 10% coupon rate, and interest payments are paid in semi-annual payments. They have an opportunity to call in 5 years for a $50 premium, and those bonds are currently selling for $900 each. So what is the market telling us is the cost of debt in this situation, or the yield to maturity on these? What we're really interested in would be what we refer to as the yield to call. So when you look at the yield to call in here, we are going to, as we with any yield problem, are looking for the rate function. So let's go to our function wizard, and under the financial functions we want the function RATE. Now note that there are yield and yield to maturity ones, but since we're only dealing with annual basis, the rate function really serves us much better, a lot easier to be able to work with. So we'll choose the rate function. Now, how many periods are there? Well, again, what we're dealing with is 5 years to call times 2 periods per year, so 10 of these. So even though the bond lasts for 20 years potentially, we're going to price it and see what the market is saying about it with respect to call. So that bond price is assuming that that call is going to happen. The payment that would be involved is an outlay, and this is the coupon rate times the par value, $100 per year, split into 2 payments, so divided by small m, which gives us a $50 payment. The present value, that's the price, that's so the $900 price that's going on at this point in time, and the lump sum that comes at the end is the return of par plus the premium. So I'm going to treat this as an outlay. It needs to be the same sign as PMT and opposite in sign from PV. And I'll put in parentheses the 2 amounts they're going to get, the $1,000 originally promised and the $50 premium that's going to go in here, and close those parentheses. Now, since the price has fallen from prices less than par, then we anticipate an answer where the rate or the yield is going to be higher than the coupon rate. We can see in here it's less, and that's because we're coming up with 6.77% as the half-year rate. So we're going to need to make one adjustment once we've seen that result. So let me come in here, and what we're looking at is we're going to have to multiply that by small m. So small m times the resultant rate function gives us the 13.55% that's going on in terms of the yield to call.